Hey there, as you know, my name's Dr. Dawn Heiman, and today I'd like to talk about planning for 2020. So as you know, I am a huge bullet journal freak, I guess? Yeah, okay, I'll say it. I love my Luke Term 1917. I have a few, and I use them to help keep me organized. I put in the calendar the way that I want it. I write in what my goals are on different sheets. I project what I'm going to do for the future. I write down what went well each month, what didn't go well. You've seen me before talk about this. If you haven't, go to my bullet journal video. This is something that's very important. It's so important that we plan for the future, but we also look at the past. Write it down. If you know you had an event last year that went really well, look at when that happened. See if you can start planning for it 2 months prior. Write it down. We're going to start planning for this. Can we do it better? Can we replicate it? Can we make sure that we don't forget to do it? That's the hardest part. We get so busy in our clinics and we're seeing patients and we're doing a great job and we're tired by the end of the day. And we're like, oh, that's right. We wanted to have a trick-or-treating event. It's too late to get the police involved with all of the permits. So, oh well, maybe next year. We don't want to miss out on community activities. And what's really cool is if you start planning ahead of time, you can ask others in your community to join you. So now it's a collaborative effort and you're getting to know others in your area and more people will come to your events. I want you to schedule all the different types of marketing that you can. Try to schedule content, themes, every week or minimally every month. If you can't do every month, do every quarter, but somehow send out an email about that theme, some kind of story about patients that you've seen based on that theme. It could be tinnitus, auditory processing, hearing aids, loops, you name it, you think of it. And then from there, I want you to try to do videos that have a theme with it. I want you to send out flyers about it, put it up in your office, let others in your area know about it. Chambers of Commerce, senior communities, you name it. When it comes to writing things down in the marketing calendar, you're going to need to give yourself time to create this content. Yes, you can say this is the published date. This is when we're sending out that email newsletter. But give yourself some time and block it in the schedule for actually working on it so that it will launch on the day that you want. So how many people have ever done a direct mail piece? They usually tell you you need to give them time. It could be 2 to 4 weeks before it even ships out, and then you have another week before it lands in people's mailboxes. You can't decide that tomorrow you're going to have a direct mail piece. Same with all of this. Different types of marketing need to be scheduled. So social media marketing, you don't have to be the person to do it. It could be someone else in your office, but mark on the calendar what days of the week you're going to have what type of posts. You could have a funny post, you can have an informational post, and you can have a meme, let's say. And consistently put things out there. Take pictures of the office. Write that down on the calendar that someone's going to come in and take pictures of the office. And then you let the others have copies of this. Did you know that this calendar that you put together in the bullet journal or in a prefabbed calendar or even in your office management system, did you know that on your Facebook business page, you can create events? So anything that you've already decided you're going to do, put it in as an event. Put the date, the address, a picture for it, all that good stuff, because then the locals will see that when it's like they're liking someone's event or they're thinking about going to an event, they're interested, they've put a maybe, it'll give them a list of what other things are going on in the area. So you can pre-set up all of these events for the whole year, and then it'll not only remind you that you're supposed to be doing it, but it will make your life easier. You can pre-schedule in social media the days and times that certain posts are going out. So let's say you have Mondays are funny, Wednesdays are going to be informational, and Fridays are a meme. You can spend one day each month or even at the beginning of the year and schedule, just create them all. Just sit down and do it. Spend certain hours, or every other month, create it and then schedule it to be published on a different day. Consistency is the key. Talking to your audience is the key. Don't just repost things that are articles from someone else, because it doesn't show who your office really is. I want you to, at last, look at your revenue for the previous years for different months. And I want you to consider that when you're making your marketing calendar. If you had a really good month, let's say in July, chances are it's not because you did something in July. Chances are it's because you did something, as we know this, as the world works, it could have been May is Better Hearing Month. You did a lot of stuff in May, you got some people talking, and then people decided they're going to make an appointment, then they got the appointment in June, they actually bought and paid in July. See how this works? So see where your peaks and valleys are from previous years, and then make sure you do the same thing, and then look at the valleys and think, are there action items that I could do 2 months prior to that to make sure I don't have a valley? What could we do? Could we have an ice cream social? You just bring in ice cream, and as Mandy Solat has done, you just invite your patients to come in. She's got some brilliant stuff that she's been doing. Or some people just invite people to come in and watch a movie. Give them popcorn, and while they're there, oh yeah, you know, we can clean your hearing aids and things like that, and we'll have closed captioning and all of that. Think outside the box. Do things that are meaningful and take your time but are free. And I'm not saying this because I'm cheap, because I might be cheap, but I'm saying this because there are so many things that you could be doing that actually gets the best return on your money, which would be zero, but it becomes more word of mouth marketing because they're actually meeting you. Yes, you need to take the time to be there, but you're so happy you got to meet these people. You touched their lives, you connected with them, and now they're either bringing themselves in or they're referring a friend or something. So the more you get out into the community, the more that you reach out to people, the better off you will be. And one of the ways that you could reach out is just by creating a video every week and putting it on Facebook and on YouTube. And it's new content and people are watching it. I had a patient recently who came in for a clean and check. He's never bought hearing aids from me before, and he has hearing aids from someplace else. And he said, by the way, in April, my wife and I decided we're going to be coming in and I'm getting new hearing aids. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. That's great, you know. And then as he's leaving and he's paying for his clean and check, he goes, oh, I got a question for you. And I said, well, what? And he goes, how many videos do you think you've done from your car? I was like, wait a minute. You watch my videos? He goes, oh yeah, I watch them all the time. They're really helpful for me. I really enjoy them. And I said, so why have you never clicked like or made a comment? And he goes, oh, that's not me, but keep the videos coming because I really like them. I didn't know that this man has been following me and watching my videos, and he's decided on his own he's getting new hearing aids from me. And I didn't pay for that referral. I just wholeheartedly helped out by giving some tips. And I created a video which is outside most people's comfort zones, but the more you get into it, the more comfortable you will be. No one starts out as an expert with anything. We did not wake up, or let's go back. Let's say we weren't born and then suddenly started walking. And even when we did try to walk, it wasn't great, and we crashed and failed, and nobody said, oh, you stink, you're terrible at that, you shouldn't even try walking, what's the point? No, they encouraged you, and they're like, oh baby, you can do this, come on, go ahead and get up again. I'm encouraging you, the rest of us are encouraging you. Even if you flop with your videos, who cares? Do it again. Keep getting up there and do it again. You need to be the expert in your area. You need to schedule when you will create the content for your video. You need to schedule when you're going to do the videos. And then schedule when you're going to edit them and upload them. If you don't want to edit them and you just want to real quick, do a Facebook Live. People like the authenticity. Nobody's perfect, and they like the fact that you're not perfect. They want you to be approachable. They love exactly who you are for who you are. You are a person who cares about helping them. And as long as you get that message out, you're going to be great. So work on your 2020 calendars. Try to write down everything you can, looking out all the way through December. And if you have old calendars from before, definitely bring them out. You can do this as a staff project if you would like. Do it as a meeting and get the dialogue going. All right? So I hope this has been helpful. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.